everyone, it's Happymailqueen. I have a project to share with you guys, a couple of projects actually, and a couple of new dies that I had recently received that I absolutely love and I had to play with. I had also posted a picture on Instagram today, so some of you guys might have seen it. So anyway, I will get to that in a little bit. So first of all, for my first project, I wanted to share this. I believe it's called a flip box, and I've been forever wanting to do this since last year after a couple of my friends had gifted me a couple of birthday flip boxes, and they came from my besties, my BFF Erica, and also Paper Sweets on YouTube. And I received these two flip boxes, and I believe the tutorial that they followed was by Forever the Young, I think, here on YouTube. And I remember saying to myself that I'm gonna make this eventually, and I never did get to. So I'm so happy that I got the opportunity to go ahead and do it. And I did tweak it. As you can see, the box is a little bit longer, as well as I think it's slightly taller. No, the height is about the same, but it is a little bit longer, and it is also not as thick. So I did tweak it a little bit to fit the items that I have inside. So anyway, I used one of my favorite Christmas paper pad this past year for 2018. I picked up several Christmas papers for 2018 Christmas, but I've only worked with maybe a couple, and this one is one of my favorites, and it's one of the hot buys from Michael's, and it's called Northern Lights. And I absolutely love it because it has polar bears and Christmas trees and all the beautiful things that I love around Christmas time. And so a few of you guys probably, well, a lot of you guys probably picked this up because it is a very, very pretty collection with some holographic treatment on it. And so that's what I used here. Now, I did layer this front piece here. Let me just open my box, and it is a very, very, it's like perfect. The top fits perfectly, so it's a little tight to remove, but this is about, I believe I did a 1.5 inch thickness, and then the length is about 7 3/8 if I'm not mistaken. And I just put some trim here. This is one of the cut aparts, which is the border cut apart, I believe. And that's what I used to go all around. So I did end up cutting 2 of the sheets. And then this is a bow that I had created. It was in my stash, and I decided to use it because I thought it went perfectly with it. And it's using the My Creative Time bow die, which I'm not sure if it's the large one or the medium size one. But anyway, I also put one of these pom-poms that I had in my stash, as well as this Martha Stewart glitter trim. And then I just put some Jingle Bells from Hobby Lobby. And then, so for the front here, this part here is actually another cut apart from the paper pad. And then it opens up like this. And I have a little envelope here that I had created, and I believe this envelope measures 4 and let's see here, I've forgotten already. The envelope measures about 5 inches. No, I know it's not 5 inches. It's like 4 3/4, I believe. 4 3/4 by 7 1/4. And then I use my envelope punch board to create this size. And then I just took some stickers from my stash, which I absolutely love these stickers from Holiday Trends, which I had gotten from the expo, I don't know, a couple of years ago, I think. This is a snowflake that I die cut from the Tim Holtz snowflake. It's one of the, it's not a big die, but it's one of the thicker steel wool dies. Then I just kind of made a banner here, and also put this Merry Christmas word die that I had gotten from Allie, and used some more of those stickers from the same paper sticker pack, the snowflakes here. And I don't have, my card didn't fit in here because I totally forgot that I didn't size my card right. So anyway, I'm going to be putting something else in here. And then on the inside part here, I also, let me just take this out for a sec. I also lined the inside, just the back, with another cut apart from the paper pad. And then this is a snowflake from my stash, and it's a wooden one that is glittered. And then another one of those stickers, same sticker pack as the ones down here. So really cute. And the back looks like that. And the reason I had to tweak the size was because I was using this embellishment box that I created for my friend that I'm going to be sending. And I wanted to make sure it could accommodate this. And I didn't cut this off because I might cut it off. We'll see. I can't seem to find my my box where I have all my supplies to bead to make my dangles. You guys, my craft room is kind of a crazy mess, and that's why it's just taking me longer to put out videos, because I always make a mess and then I can't find things. Yeah. So anyway, inside here, I'll just open it briefly, but I'm not gonna like, I just put, I'm just sharing things from my stash. These are the beads that I had recently purchased from Hobby Lobby, and as well as these beads that I got earlier, Christmas time. Some pom-poms, some bells, and some more knickknacks from from Hobby Lobby. These pom-pom beads, some just stuff from my stash, you guys, resin pieces and whatnot, and stickers, and just fun things to use for Christmas. So she can just you know, basically just whip this out for next year and you know, use the stuff in here to create some Christmas projects. So I know it's a little late, you guys, but yeah, I just am late with Christmas, but I figured, you know, winter is still here, so this is more of a winter project rather than a Christmas one. And then it just goes like that, and it's really cute. I love the way this came out, and I love the colors. And then I made a card, which I will be, you know, putting in a different envelope, but I made this card and I used one of the Polkadoodle images that I had purchased, I think 2017. I believe this one is called the, is it White Christmas, I think? Anyway, if I remember, I will leave the link down below, but it's one of the digital bundles that I had purchased from Polkadoodle, and I love this because I kind of have this polar bear winter theme for this, you know, little project of mine. And then I made a shaker. Now for the base, I just used a regular, the square, I think it's 5.5 by 5.5 cards, you know, cards and envelope sets from Michaels. And then I also used several different dies, you guys. So I used my Pink and Main die for this card to create the layers, the square stitched layers using the stitch squares die set. I also used from my stash, and I think I got this from Amazon a couple of Christmases ago, or yeah, and I used this border die here that has the snowflakes, and I put it on the top and on the bottom. And on the bottom I wound some of that Martha Stewart glitter lash, eyelash, just to give it some interest on the bottom. And then on the top here I just added a snowflake that I die cut using glitter paper. And then I also made this cute little bow and put one of the Michaels bling from my stash. And then this Let It Snow is one of the cut aparts that I just made a little banner and just kind of made it a little dimensional there by gluing with hot glue here and here, and just kind of bent it to give it that flowing banner look. I used some more eyelash trim on the bottom of, you know, I just kind of wound some and put it on the bottom before I attached the snowflake die. And the snowflake is from the Tim Holtz, I think it's Tim Holtz snowflake contour dies, or not contour, but like the steel rule Sizzix dies. And then it's a shaker, so of course I made it into a shaker using just some foam. And I tried not to put too many bits in there because I really didn't want it to cover up my little polar bear here or the little critter on the bottom. As you can see, there's a little critter right there. Which, is it a bird? Can't remember if that, no, that's not the bird. This is the bird. I'm not sure what critter that is. I think it's the dog. But it's so cute. I love it. And then on the inside, I just used again another pattern paper, and then also this 110 pound, or is it a 90 pound paper. And again, I used the Pink and Main stitched square, but I just offset it to, so it kind of looks like a diamond. And then I just added some more stickers, and then I'll be putting my little message on there. And in the back I used one of my favorite doily dies right here by Poppy Crafts, and then I just stamped it in the middle there. So love how that came out, really cute. And let's see if there's anything else. I think that's all I used there. And then I had to play with some other new dies. Well, first of all, let me just share, I made a lot of little bows, and I just love bow dies. I have a bunch of them, but this one is actually from one of the new dies that I had recently acquired, and it's from the Queen & Company Holidays kit, and it's this one right here. It's the stitched bow die. it is very much, I don't know if it's the same size as the small Pink and Main bow die, stitched bow die, but yeah, in case you're wondering, it's the Queen and Company one that I used. So it's really cute. And then I just embossed this tag using the Sizzix. I think this is one of the older Sizzix embossing folders. It came with another one and also a gingerbread man die. Anyway, that's what I used to emboss the, that tag. And again, I used the paper from the collection. And this is the Stephanie Bernard die that I used, the largest one, to create the tag. And then I just put some trims. And I think this is a Recollections trim, is it? I can't remember. It's this one right here. Oh, it's Au Frais. So I might have gotten this from, it could have been Walmart, I'm not sure. Either Walmart or Michael's. And then one of the knickknacks, I think from Hobby Lobby, if I'm not mistaken. It's one of those buttons. So that is another thing that I used. And then I wanted to play with my new die. And let me just share these two dies here. Now I didn't play with the small shadow box. I was enabled by Craft Purge. Hi Tony. I saw her video on this I think a couple of months ago or a month or so ago, and I just had to have this die. It just looked so amazing, and I've never seen a die like this before. So I got the small shadow box die and also the large shadow box die, and it's from Allie. It's called Andy's Store, and I will leave the link of Craft Purge, her video on this, because then she shows you all the different dies, because you can also change the frame on the very front, I think, of the shadow box, because this is the box. Anyway, you can check out her video. And then here is this bear that I had gotten from, this is an Elizabeth Craft Designs. I got this at the expo, and it's called Polar Bear, and it's so stinking cute. And the die looks like that. It comes with those, and it was not too bad to assemble, actually. It looks like a lot of little pieces, but you don't even have to use all the little pieces, and I didn't. So let me show you my next project, and it's this one right here, and I shared this on Instagram. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. I think my little bear came out so adorable, and I used glitter cardstock, which is the Doodlebug glitter cardstock from Hobby Lobby. And then I also used another cardstock, which I think I might have gotten from Michael's, but the black one is, it has this velvety feel to it, almost like it's flocked, I guess. And so that's what I used for the nose and the eyes. When you cut out this die, it does leave you like an embossed, you can't tell here, but it does emboss a little bit the mouth and the area where you're supposed to put the nose. And then, so I just used some gel pen. I just used like a gel pen, a very fine one, to create the mouth. And when I cut the little pieces, I also used my Copic markers, and I believe I used this one right here, the C3 Cool Gray, just to I kind of ink up the sides so that, to add more dimension to it. And I did also color up the feet, or actually the paws, I should say. And then I love this paper with all the little polar bears, and so, you know, he's in the very front, that's why he's this big polar bear, but in the back you'll see, like, it's as if he's, you know, with the other polar bears, but they're like really far away, so they're really tiny. So I did line the whole thing on the inside. And Tony shows you how to kind of put this together. She kind of explains it on her video. So make sure you check her out. To pop up the bear, because I wanted it to be, you know, like I didn't want to glue it on the very back wall of the shadow box. All I did was use the pom-poms, the big pom-poms that I have, and I just put the pom-poms in the back, and that, instead of, you know, trying to put like dimensional foam, because this shadow box is a good depth. I want to say maybe like 3/4 depth. So anyway, that just kind of pops him up. So I just put the large pom-poms behind him and glued that, hot glued that, and put these snowflakes, which are you know, like the scatters, like the sequins. It's not sequins, but you know, the table scatters, I think from Michael's. And then it's very, it looks like it's kind of wet, because then I used my glitterific on it, just to make it look a little more like, you know, it's snow, and it's like melting snow, snowflake. I put some here as well, and a little bit on the cardstock, just a tiny bit. And then there's the little bow, again, from the Queen & Company, the stitched bow. And then this is another die. I didn't pull it out, but this is actually a, ooh, is it Karen Berniston? Remember these snowflake, foam snowflakes that I had? It's just a smaller one. And I just cut the little loop off. They're more like charms. And anyway, that's what I put on the you know, top. And then I just put some Swarovski crystals also on the center of the snowflakes. And then put, you know, just to hang. And then, yeah, just put the trim and also a little jingle bell. So I think it came out so cute. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Tony, because I absolutely love this shadow box. It's a great size, and this is the larger one. So we'll see if I can have time to play with the small one. But that is my project share, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I know it's kind of a long video, but I'll see if I can edit. I don't know. But thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for another haul video, because I did get some more online items. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you later.